Hello, my lovely students. How are you all doing today? I hope you're feeling excited because we're about to start something really special. Today, I want to share a story with you, a story that can change the way you think about learning English. You see, learning English is not just about studying from books or memorizing grammar rules. It's a journey, and like any journey, you need the right tools, the right map, and most importantly, the right attitude. Now, imagine that you are standing at the beginning of a big, exciting road. At the end of this road, you will find confidence, better communication, and amazing opportunities. But to get there, you need to take the right steps. This story is about those steps. It's about simple tips and tricks that can help you learn English faster, more easily, and with much more fun. I know that learning a language can sometimes feel difficult. Maybe you felt frustrated when you didn't understand a sentence or when you forgot a word you just learned. That's okay. Every student feels that way at some point. But here's the good news. With the right mindset and methods, you can overcome these challenges and make real progress. So, in this story, I'm going to guide you. I'll give you some practical ideas that you can use every day. These tips are easy to follow, and they don't require hours of hard work. The goal of this story is simple. I want to help you become better at English while enjoying the process. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now let me take you on this journey step by step, and by the end of it, you'll feel more confident, more motivated, and more prepared to improve your English. Why learning English is important. Hello again, my wonderful students. Now, let's take a moment to understand something very important. Why should we learn English? Why do teachers, schools, and even your friends always talk about the importance of this language? Let me tell you, learning English is not just another subject in school. It is a powerful tool that can shape your future in ways you may not have imagined. So let's explore together why English matters so much. First, let's start with communication. Imagine this. You are traveling to another country, maybe France, Thailand, or even Brazil. You don't know the local language, and that's okay, because English can help you. Did you know that English is spoken in over 100 countries? And is the second language for millions of people? It's a common language that connects people from all over the world. Whether you're at an airport, in a hotel, or just asking for directions, English can make it easier to communicate. Think of English as a universal passport for connecting with others. But it's not just about travel. Let's talk about your career. In today's world, more and more jobs require English skills. Companies are working with clients and teams from different countries, and English is often the language they use to communicate. If you can speak English, you will stand out. You could attend international meetings, send professional emails, or even lead projects with people from different parts of the world. It's like having a secret weapon that makes you more valuable in the workplace. Imagine this. Your dream job could be just one English lesson away. Now, let's think about learning. The internet is full of information, but did you know that most of it is in English? From educational websites to YouTube tutorials, the knowledge you can access in English is almost endless. Do you want to learn how to cook a new recipe? Do you want to understand the latest technology trends? Or maybe you want to read about history or science? If you know English, you can learn all of this directly without waiting for translations. English helps you become smarter and more independent. And what about entertainment? Movies, songs, and TV shows in English are enjoyed by millions of people worldwide. When you understand English, you can watch Hollywood movies without subtitles, sing along to your favorite songs, and laugh at jokes that don't always translate well. It makes the experience so much richer and more enjoyable. Plus, you get to understand different cultures better through their stories and media. Learning English also helps you make friends from different countries. Social media allows you to connect with people anywhere, but English is often the language everyone uses to communicate. Imagine having a friend in Japan or Brazil and chatting with them in English. You can share your ideas, learn about their culture, and even teach them about your own. English can build bridges of friendship across the world. Another reason English is important is personal growth. Learning a language teaches you patience and discipline. Every new word you learn, every sentence you practice, and every time you improve, your pronunciation is a step toward becoming a more confident and skilled person. It's not just about speaking, it's about growing as an individual. Finally, let's think about the future. The world is becoming more connected every day. Whether it's through technology, business, or culture, English is often the language that brings people together. If you want to be ready for the future, whether it's for a new job, a new adventure, or simply meeting new people, learning English is one of the best decisions you can make. So, my dear students, learning English is not just about grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's about opening doors to new opportunities. It's about exploring the world, making friends, and growing into the best version of yourself. Remember, every word you learn and every practice session you complete brings you closer to success. Keep going. You're on a journey that will take you far. Tip 1. Practice every day. All right, students, let's dive into the first and most important tip for learning English. Practice every day. Yes, every single day. You see, learning a language is like learning to play a musical instrument or a sport. The more you practice, the better you become. If you only practice once a week, it's like planting a tree and watering it just once in a while. The tree won't grow strong and tall, right? But if you water it a little every day, it grows steadily. The same goes for learning English. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I don't have time to practice every day. But don't worry. Practicing English doesn't mean you have to spend hours and hours studying. It can be short and simple. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Let me share some easy ways you can practice every single day, no matter how busy you are. First, let's talk about reading. Reading is a great way to practice. You don't need to read a whole book. Start small. Read a paragraph from a simple story, an English newspaper, or even subtitles on a YouTube video. For example, if you enjoy cooking, find an English recipe and read it aloud. This way, you're not just learning words, but also practicing how to pronounce them. Another fun way to practice is by watching videos. Pick a short video, maybe 2 or 3 minutes long, and watch it with subtitles. You can find videos about topics you enjoy like travel, cooking, or even funny cat videos. After watching, try to repeat a few sentences you heard. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The goal is to get used to how English sounds and to practice speaking. How about listening to English while you're doing other things? This is called passive practice. For example, if you're cleaning your room or walking to school, Put on an English podcast or a favorite song. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain is getting used to the rhythm and sounds of English. Over time, you'll notice that you start recognizing more words and phrases. Writing is another daily activity you can try. Don't think you have to write a big essay. Keep it short and simple. Write a sentence about your day like, "Today I went to the park and saw a beautiful bird." Or, if you want to be more creative, write a short message to yourself like, "Keep practicing English. You are doing great." Speaking is also a key part of daily practice. You can talk to a friend, a family member, or even to yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Talk to yourself. For example, when you wake up, you can say, "Good morning. Today is going to be a great day." Or, before bed, you can say, "I practiced English today. I am proud of myself." This might feel a little funny at first, but it really helps you become more confident in speaking English. Another idea is to label things around your house in English. For example, you can put a small note on your desk that says desk, or on your mirror that says mirror. Every time you see the notes, you'll automatically think of the English word. This is a simple but powerful way to build your vocabulary without much effort. Here's a fun challenge. Choose one English word each day and try to use it as much as possible. For example, if today's word is happy, you can say, "I am happy." "This song makes me happy." Or, "Are you happy?" By the end of the day, you'll remember that word forever. Remember, students, the key to daily practice is consistency. You don't have to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Think of learning English as a journey, not a race. The small steps you take every day will add up over time and bring you closer to your goal. So, let's make a promise together. From today, we will practice English every single day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Whether it's reading a paragraph, watching a video, or talking to yourself, every bit of practice counts. Are you ready to take this step? I know you can do it. Let's keep going. One word, one sentence, and one day at a time. Tip 2. Learn new words. Let's move on to our second tip. Learn new words. Expanding your vocabulary is one of the most important parts of learning any language, especially English. Words are like the building blocks of a language. The more words you know, the more you can express yourself and understand others. It's like building a house. The more bricks you have, the stronger and bigger your house can be. So, why is learning new words so valuable? Imagine you're traveling to a new country and you want to ask for directions. If you only know 10 or 20 English words, it might be hard to explain what you need. But if you know 100, 200, or even 1,000 words, suddenly you can describe what you're looking for, have a conversation, or even make new friends. Vocabulary is what allows you to connect with the world. Now, how do we learn new words in a way that's easy and fun? Let's start with something simple. Keeping a vocabulary notebook. This is one of my favorite methods, and it's really effective. Get a small notebook that you can carry with you everywhere. Whenever you hear or see a new word, write it down. Next to the word, write its meaning in your own language and an example sentence in English. For instance, if the new word is excited, you can write excited, feeling very happy or eager. Example: I am excited to learn English today. Every evening, spend a few minutes reviewing the words in your notebook. The more you see the words, the more likely you are to remember them. You can even try to use those words in your conversations the next day. If you prefer using technology, there are many great language apps that can help you learn new words. Apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or Anki are excellent tools for building your vocabulary. They often have fun games, flashcards, and challenges that make learning new words feel like playing a game. Plus, these apps often use pictures and audio, which help you remember words more easily. Another way to expand your vocabulary is by reading. When you read books, articles, or even social media posts in English, you'll come across many new words. Keep your notebook or a notes app on your phone handy. When you see a word you don't know, write it down and look up its meaning later. For example, if you're reading a short story and see the word journey, you might write, journey, a trip or adventure from one place to another. Example: learning English is an exciting journey. To make learning new words even more interesting, try creating word groups. For example, if you're learning words related to food, group them together. Apple, bread, cheese, and so on. If you're learning about travel, you might group words like passport, airport, and luggage. This helps your brain organize the words, making them easier to remember. Using new words in sentences is another powerful way to learn. Let's say you've just learned the word helpful. Try to make sentences like, my teacher is very helpful, or learning English is helpful for my job. The more you use the word, the faster it will become a natural part of your vocabulary. Playing vocabulary games is another fun method. You can play word-matching games, crossword puzzles, or even create your own flashcards. Write the word on one side of the card and its meaning, or a picture on the other side. Quiz yourself or ask a friend to help you review. It's a great way to learn while having fun. One more tip: don't try to learn too many words at once. Focus on learning a few words each day, maybe 3 to 5 words. It's better to learn a small number of words really well than to try and memorize 20 words but forget them all the next day. Slow and steady wins the race. Finally, don't just focus on single words. Try to learn phrases or collocations, groups of words that often go together. For example, instead of just learning make, learn phrases like make a decision, make a mistake, or make a cake. This will help you sound more natural when you speak English. Learning new words can feel like a big task, but remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Take it step by step. Every new word you learn is a small victory. Over time, your vocabulary will grow, and you'll find yourself speaking and understanding English more confidently. So, are you ready to start expanding your vocabulary? Grab your notebook, download an app, or start reading something in English today. Let's fill your English toolbox with as many words as possible. You've got this, and I can't wait to hear all the amazing new words you'll learn. Keep going. Tip 3. Speak as much as possible. Now let's talk about one of the most important tips for learning English. Speak as much as possible. Speaking is the key to becoming fluent in any language, including English. But I know what you're thinking. What if I make mistakes? That's okay. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Think of it this way. Every mistake you make is like a stepping stone that brings you closer to your goal. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Let me ask you this. How do you learn to swim? By jumping in the water, right? Learning to speak English works the same way. You can read books, watch videos, or memorize grammar rules, but if you don't speak, it's like learning to swim without ever getting in the pool. Now, how can you start speaking English, even if you don't have many opportunities to practice? Let me share a few simple methods. First, talk to friends or classmates who are also learning English. Find a study buddy or join a language group. You don't have to have perfect English to start. You can begin with short, simple conversations like, "How are you today? What did you do yesterday? What are your plans for the weekend?" These small conversations will build your confidence. If you have friends who are fluent in English, that's even better. Don't be shy. Ask them to practice with you. Second, record yourself speaking. This is a fantastic way to practice. Choose a simple topic, like your favorite food or a hobby you enjoy. Talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes and record yourself on your phone. Then listen to the recording. You might feel a little awkward at first. Don't worry, that's normal. Listening to yourself helps you notice your strengths and areas to improve. Over time, you'll hear how much progress you're making. Third, speak in front of a mirror. This might sound funny, but it's actually very helpful. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself. Look at your facial expressions and mouth movements. Pretend you're having a conversation with someone. For example, you can practice introducing yourself. "Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm learning English, and I enjoy reading books." Speaking in front of a mirror is like having a private conversation with yourself. It's a safe space to practice without worrying about mistakes. Another great method is to join online communities or language exchange programs. There are websites and apps where you can connect with people from around the world who want to practice English. Some of these platforms even pair you with a native speaker who wants to learn your language, so you both get to practice. If you're too nervous to talk to others right away, start by reading out loud. Take a book, article, or even a short dialogue from your English lessons and read it aloud. Focus on pronunciation and intonation. Reading aloud helps you get used to hearing your own voice in English. Don't forget to make speaking part of your daily routine. You can do this even with small tasks. For example, describe what you're doing. While cooking, say, "I am cutting vegetables. Now I am boiling water." Talk about your day. Before bed, say out loud, "Today, I went to the market. I bought some apples and bananas." Practice questions and answers. Pretend you're in a cafe and practice ordering, "Can I have a cup of coffee, please?" Remember, speaking doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay to mix up words or grammar. The most important thing is to keep talking. Each time you speak, you're training your brain to think in English. If you're worried about pronunciation, don't stress too much. Just try your best. Listening to native speakers, like in movies or podcasts, can help you improve over time. And don't be afraid to ask for feedback. If you're talking to someone and you're not sure about a word, ask them to repeat it or explain it. People are usually very kind and happy to help. Lastly, reward yourself for every small success. Did you have a short conversation with a friend? Celebrate it. Did you record yourself speaking for the first time? Well done. Every step you take is progress, and you should be proud of yourself. So my advice is simple. Speak as much as you can, wherever you can, and with whoever is willing to listen. The more you practice, the better you'll become. Remember, learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about communicating. Start small, stay consistent, and don't give up. You're doing great. Tip 4. Watch, listen, and repeat. Let me share one of the most enjoyable ways to improve your English. Watch, listen, and repeat. This method is not only effective but also a lot of fun. It involves using movies, TV shows, songs, podcasts, or any kind of audio material in English to boost your listening and speaking skills. When you watch or listen to something in English, you expose yourself to real-life language, including pronunciation, tone, and natural expressions. You hear how words are used in sentences, how people express emotions, and even how they emphasize certain words. This is an excellent way to learn because it's like having a private lesson from native speakers without even leaving your home. So how can you use this method effectively? Let's break it down step by step. 1. Start with watching and listening. Choose something you enjoy. It could be a movie, a TV series, or even a short YouTube video. If you like music, pick a song you love. If you prefer podcasts, find one about a topic that interests you. The key is to choose material that captures your attention. For beginners, I recommend starting with something simple. For example, animated movies, kids' shows, or short videos with subtitles. These often have slower and clearer speech, making it easier for you to follow along. You can also find educational videos designed for English learners. While you're watching or listening, focus on how the words are pronounced and how the sentences flow. Pay attention to the speaker's tone, intonation, and rhythm. Don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. Your brain is getting used to the sounds of English, and that's a big step. 2. Use subtitles wisely. At first, you can watch with subtitles in your native language to understand the story or meaning. Then switch to English subtitles. This helps you connect spoken words with their written forms. Finally, challenge yourself to watch without subtitles. For example, if you're watching a movie, watch it 3 times. First, with subtitles in your language. Second, with English subtitles. Third, without any subtitles. Each time, you'll understand a little more and feel more confident. 3. Repeat. Key lines. Now comes the fun part. Repeating what you hear. Find a sentence or phrase that you like and play it several times. Pause the video or audio and repeat the line out loud. Try to copy the pronunciation, tone, and even the speaker's emotions. For instance, if the character in a movie says, "I'll be there in 5 minutes," pause and say it yourself. Listen again and compare your pronunciation with theirs. Repeat it until you feel comfortable. This practice helps you sound more natural when you speak English. You can also practice phrases or expressions that are commonly used. For example, "How are you doing today?" "Can you help me with this?" That's amazing. These short, everyday phrases are great for building confidence. 4. Sing along to songs. If you enjoy music, this is a fantastic way to improve your English. Choose a song you like, look up the lyrics, and sing along. Pay attention to how the words are pronounced. Singing helps you learn new vocabulary, improve your pronunciation, and even practice linking words together smoothly. For example, try singing along to a classic song like Imagine by John Lennon or a popular song with simple lyrics like Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Just have fun with it. 5. Mimic conversations. Another great activity is mimicking conversations. If you're watching a TV show, pause after a character speaks and repeat their line. Imagine you're in the scene, talking to the other characters. Let's say you're watching a scene where someone says, "Good morning. How can I help you?" Pause and repeat, "Good morning. How can I help you?" Pretend you're the person speaking. This helps you practice both pronunciation and conversational skills. 6. Create your own scenarios. Take it a step further by creating your own scenarios based on what you watched or listened to. For example, if you watched a scene where someone orders food at a restaurant, practice ordering food yourself. Say things like, "Can I have a cheeseburger and a soda, please? Do you have any vegetarian options?" If you're listening to a podcast about travel, imagine you're talking to someone about your travel plans. 7. Learn phrases, not just words. One of the benefits of watching and listening is that you can learn whole phrases, not just individual words. For example, instead of learning the word excited, you can learn the phrase, "I'm so excited to meet you." This helps you speak more naturally. 8. Be consistent. Make watching, listening, and repeating a regular part of your routine. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. You'll notice that over time, your listening skills will improve, your vocabulary will grow, and your confidence in speaking will increase. 9. Practice with others. If possible, share this activity with a friend or study partner. Watch a short video together and take turns repeating lines or acting out a scene. This makes learning more interactive and enjoyable. Remember, this method is not just about learning, it's about experiencing the language. The more you watch, listen, and repeat, the more natural English will feel to you. So grab your favorite movie, play a song you love, or listen to an interesting podcast and start practicing today. You're doing great, and I'm proud of your progress. Tip 5. Make it fun. Learning English doesn't have to be boring. In fact, the more fun you make it, the easier it will be to learn. If you enjoy what you're doing, you won't even feel like you're studying. Here are some fun ways you can practice English. 1. Play word games. One way to make learning fun is by playing word games. You can play games like Scrabble, Boggle, or even make your own word search puzzles. These games will help you learn new words and practice spelling. You can also play with friends, so it's even more fun. 2. Watch movies or shows in English. Another fun way to learn is by watching movies or TV shows in English. You can watch your favorite shows, but this time, try watching them in English. You can turn on the subtitles if you need help. It's a fun way to learn new words and phrases that people use in real life. 3. Sing songs in English. Do you like music? Singing English songs is a great way to learn. Choose your favorite song in English and listen to it a few times. Try to sing along and learn the words. This will help you with pronunciation, and it's a fun way to practice. 4. Join an English group. If you like talking to people, you can join a group where everyone speaks English. There are many online groups or local meetups. You can practice speaking and learn from other people. It's fun because you get to meet new friends while learning English. 5. Use language apps. There are many fun apps for learning English. Some apps are like games where you can win points and level up. You can use these apps to practice new words, grammar, and even pronunciation. It's like playing a game, but you're also learning English. 6. Create challenges for yourself. Try setting little challenges for yourself. For example, you can challenge yourself to learn 5 new words every day. Or you can try to use a new word in a sentence. You can even challenge a friend to see who can remember the most words by the end of the week. Challenges make learning fun and help you stay motivated. 7. Role-playing. Role-playing is when you pretend to be someone else. You can act like a waiter at a restaurant or a tourist in a new city. This will help you practice real conversations, and you can do it with your friends or even by yourself in front of a mirror. 8. Try social media challenges. On social media, many people share videos of themselves speaking English. You can join these challenges and practice speaking. You can talk about your day, share something funny, or even tell a short story. It's a fun way to practice and get feedback from others. Conclusion. So, to remember everything we've talked about today, practice every day. Learn new words. Speak as much as possible. Watch, listen, and repeat. Make learning fun. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Begin with one of these tips today, and you will start improving little by little. The more fun you have while learning, the better you will get. Keep practicing, stay positive, and enjoy the process. I'm excited to see how much you will learn. Keep up the great work.